The good news is, when it comes to law, almost all United Nations countries, member states that is, have ratified the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, except the United States that has not ratified any of those children's rights related instruments. And one of their reasons is because they have a good children's rights mechanism at home in the United States. So no need to duplicate it by ratifying the international conventions. But we sit in a world in a crisis where Ukraine and Russia have both ratified these two instruments, or this instrument, but there is no accounting mechanism that really looks at holding, for example, Russia, who is in this case guilty of stealing, for lack of a better word, or abducting, as we say it in the right legal term, children, a good number of them from Ukraine, taking them into Russia, and then reconfiguring their mindset to now become Russians and to hate Ukraine. In other words, building a certain group of human beings that when they transcend childhood to adulthood, then they have this resentment in them that will continue this war. In the next set of war that will come, we'll find these children fighting against their parent country. But if we shift a bit from there, do we have a history in this continent about children who have been abducted? We do. We do have a history of children who have been trafficked. We have a history of children who have been stolen. We have a history of children who have been removed or abducted from their original place. And one of them, and a very quick one, is what happened in Nigeria with the Boko Haram situation, where young girls were removed from schools and from their community, and taken to a different space. And the African Union has been very, in my own thinking, and what I know happens is that they've been reactionary on this. There's no proactive step that has been taken. And I'll tell us why we don't have that proactive step even within the international community. Is that when you look at the African Union, they want to see, access, and evaluate and ascertain the fact that this number of kids were removed from this place and taken to this place, and then send an email or a statement that we want these kids to be brought back. When that happened, and in Nigeria as of Sunday, the African Union issued a statement asking for the children, 280 children, to be sent back to the Kaduna region in Nigeria because they were abducted, from schools, which is supposed to be a safe space. Within the international framework, the UN Committee on the Rights of the Child as well has also issued a statement calling on Russia to at least behave when it comes to all these crises, or at least protect children in these spaces. But that deafness of listening to international statements, or that deafness of respecting international provisions or international order, it's very common within adults. It is extremely common, and one of the major reasons is because most of the existing mechanisms that deal with children's rights issues do only pass recommendations, and they don't make binding decisions like the ICC will do, the International Criminal Court.